Hey YouTube family, how are you? This is Lady Life with Lady M. I am Lady M. Hi. Coming to you loud, live, and in color on a Thursday night. And I just got on the phone with my husband. So I was recording and then I had to change it. So now I'm coming back. So tonight I'm going to talk about I recorded a video last night, and then after I watched that video that I recorded last night, I didn't want to post that one on my channel. Because for one, I'm not about negativity and stuff. I don't want to post nothing negativity. My channel is not about negativity. My channel is about traveling with me in my journey of my life and what I do in my life. And that means coming to the goods, the bads, and sometimes the ugly, okay? You might get some ugly. And I said I was going to do my fishing when I get the chance to, which it's warming up here. So I'll be going fishing really soon, and I cannot wait, okay? I cannot wait. I'm super excited because I get to take my boat out this year, the boat that my husband bought me for my birthday. I have not taken that boat out yet. I've had that boat for a year now and some months, and it hasn't hit water yet. So it's time for the short bus. And yes, my boat is called the short bus. It's across the back. I have a yellow boat and it's got black stripes. And across the back of my boat, it says the short bus, which you guys will see that in another later video when I start taking my boat out into the water too. But it's time for the short bus to hit the lakes, okay? But what I want to talk about, speaking of my boat, where I live at, okay, there's no HOA. We don't have HOA where I stay. But we might as well have HOA where I stay because of code enforcement. I am so over it with code enforcement around here. Like, they be trolling around here, okay? When I say that, they do a lot of creeping. So when I'm working during the day, as you can see my desk right there behind us, that's where I work, okay? Because I work from home. So when I'm working during the day, my desk sits next to my window, and I can open up my curtains and I can get some sunlight in over there, and I can see everything that's going on out in front of my house. So I have been seeing code enforcement right up my street. And as they get to my house and they come by my mailbox, they start slowing up. And then they slow up to the point where they get to a certain part of my yard. I have a big tree in my yard, okay? They get to a certain part of my yard and they stop. And they are looking at my boat. And I've been watching them do this for about a few weeks now. So they came by this week 3 times. They came Monday and rolled by. They came Wednesday, rolled by, slowed up, stopped, looked, rolled by. And today, I had enough. Today, when I saw them, they rode up my street, and then they slowed up and they stopped by the big tree and they was looking at my boat. So today I went out. I went outside as they was coming back down the street, and I stood at the end of my driveway and they stopped. So I asked her, what's the problem, right? Y'all riding by my house every day or every other day, 3 and 4 times a week, and you get right here by my house, and then you stop, you slow up, you look at my boat, then you keep going, you sit there for a while, and then you look at my boat, and then after that you go on up the street, you turn around and you come on back down. Well, today I want to know why. Why are you riding by my house, stopping, looking at my boat? Why are you doing that? So she said, I was just about to stop and I was going to leave a notice. You was going to leave a notice for who? And for what? So she said, I was going to leave a notice on your door about you having to move the boat, because you can't have the boat parked on your grass. I wish I could take y'all out there right now to see where she's talking about. And I think I'll do it tomorrow before I post this video and I edit. I think I'll do it tomorrow. But where she is talking about, there's no grass there. It's just leaves from the trees that's over on that side of the house. And it's on the side of my house. It's not in the street. It's not blocking anybody. My boat is not bothering anybody. My boat is not looking raggedy. My boat is covered up. Come again? So you was finna leave a notice at my door for what? And she said that it has to be on either pavement or gravel. You can't have it parked over there in the grass. I said, ma'am, where over there do you see grass? I could see if it was parked in the middle of my front yard or even on the side over here in the middle of the yard. But it's not. It's on that side of the house where no grass is at, and it's trees right there, so it ain't nothing but leaves and like branches that done fell from the trees over on that side of the yard. We don't even use that side of the yard for anything, right? So she said it's a new city ordinance that they just implemented, and it went into effect at the beginning of the year. A new city ordinance? So where's the communications for it? Why nobody send anything out to the citizens that stay in this city to inform them of a new city ordinance that you cannot have a boat? Mind you, my neighbor on this side, she has a boat parked on the side of her house. Now her boat, that boat isn't covered up because it's a pontoon boat. But it's not bothering nobody. It's not blocking nothing in the road. It's not blocking nothing that the city has to get to. It's not doing none of that. And she was going over there next. But see, one thing about us over here in this neighborhood, we watch out for each other. We look out for each other. And so when she told me she was going over there next, I called my neighbor and I informed her. But mind you, my neighbor is not in town. She's out of town. So I called and informed her of what that code enforcement lady said. But anyway, I said, why nobody got any communications about this new city ordinance? Like, there was no documentation sent out, no communications, no nothing to inform the citizens that there's a new city ordinance that's in place where you cannot park a truck, a car, a boat, a camper, a truck, anything in the yard if it's not on pavement or gravel. If you do so, you will be fined and cited by code enforcement. There's no communication that has been sent out about that. So how you going to leave something on my door about it? And I had no knowledge whatsoever that this is a new city ordinance that y'all have been put in place. So she said, and this is the catch-22 part that I didn't like, and I thought was a bunch of crock. She said, well, they said it's left up to us to inform the citizens. It's left up to the code enforcement agents to inform the citizens. And so I said, so it's left up to y'all to inform the citizens when the people in City Hall is the ones that made that ordinance, that voted on that ordinance and passed that ordinance. But it's left up to y'all, the code enforcement agents, to inform the citizens. And then just how are you supposed to inform the citizens of that city? And that's when she said, by leaving warnings on the door at the house or at the residence. They inform the citizens of this city by leaving warnings on the door of the residence. Because I'm trying to get this right in my mind before I say it. What sense does that make? What sense does that make? That the way that the citizens are informed of the new ordinance for that city is by putting a warning on the resident's door. And then I said, okay, so if you put a warning on the resident's door, right? They get this notice, they're reading it, and they're puzzled because they're like, wait a minute, I haven't heard anything about this. I never seen this. This is a first. And I'm getting a warning. So they calling you now. They're going to call code enforcement, all frustrated, all furious, all upset, all angry, because nobody took the time to send out any kind of communications to inform the citizens when this doggone thing was going to effect, when this new ordinance was going to take effect, to give them the chance and the time and stuff to make their preparations to move. Let me tell you something. I have a Kia Soul, okay? A Kia Soul. And I can't pull my boat with my Kia Soul. So guess what? Now I have to find somebody with a truck and ask them and pay them to come and move my boat from over here that's not bothering nobody to either put it in my driveway or in my garage. What? And then this is another thing that I had a problem with. I said, and so did my husband, because at the time I was talking to code enforcement, my husband was on the phone and I had him on speakerphone so that he could hear this. And I said, no, my husband said, so if I just put the boat in the backyard behind the house, would that be fine? Because it's out of eyesight. You know what she said? No. Only if you have gravel or pavement in the back of your house to park the boat on. How would you know? How would you know what my boat is parked on in my backyard unless you walk back there in my backyard. So now you're trespassing. Because I don't care if you are a code enforcement agent. You have no right to go in my yard and then go through my fence, because yes, my backyard is fenced all the way in around. Go in my backyard, through my fence, looking at anything in my backyard. You can't do that. So she was saying, but we still could come and see. We don't have to go in your backyard. We can still come on the property and walk to your fence and look. So here's the thing. If you walk to my fence on the right side of my house, you can't even see over behind my house right by my kitchen window. If you walk to my fence on the left side of my house, you still can't see over there in front of my kitchen window in the back of my house. The only way you can see it is if you come in the fence in my backyard, okay? Because if you walk on the left side and look, you're going to see a patio. That's all you're going to see. You walk on the right side and look, you're going to see nothing but the grass. You can't even see over by the patio, and that's where my kitchen window is. So you can't see over there unless you go in the fence and walk in my backyard to see behind my house right by my kitchen window. That's where I wanted my boat to be. So I said, y'all can't go in my backyard like that. She said, we don't have to go in your backyard. We can see it from the gate. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. No, you cannot see behind my house by my kitchen window from the gate unless you go in my gate and walk in my backyard. So I said, okay. Well, my boat is not going to be able to be moved until the weekend. So she said, okay, well, I'm going to write it up and let them know that you will be moving the boat the weekend. But it has to be moved by the end of the weekend. This weekend. Yeah, I don't even get a week or two to move my boat. So you telling me that, for one, y'all have the right to implement new ordinances, and you don't have to send out no communication whatsoever to the citizens of that city to inform them prior to it going into effect. That's bull. That's bull. Reason I say that's bull, because any kind of rules, regulations, rezoning, any of that, y'all have to send communications out to inform the citizens. That's our right to be informed. But they don't do that in this city that I live in. So it's time to deuce it up. It's time to deuce it up and get about the city. It really is. Because for one, they're knocking down all the trees around here and building up all these new subdivisions, building up all these warehouses, making it more and more congested out here. Mind you, the city that I stay in, you used to could ride and see a whole lot of woods. You would see a lot of woods, just woods everywhere. You would see woods. Now when you ride around, you see a lot of woods that's been knocked down. And I'm like, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to get out of here. Time to get out of this city. I really want to move to the country. I want to get move to the country. I want to get some land. Me and my husband, we've been looking for land, okay? We want to get at least 10 acres with a lake on it of land, and buy land. And our idea was to put either a trailer or a camper or RV on that land, live in that until we save up more money. And if we want to have a house built on the land, we will. But the main goal is to get this land and let all our kids they can either get a camper or a trailer and put it on the land. And then nobody have to worry about paying rent because the way the times are right now. So we'll have the whole family on the land with the kids and the grandkids, And then I want land because I want to make me a big garden and start growing our own vegetables. Reason being because veggies in the stores now, I don't trust them. Fresh veggies, I don't trust it. They put in too much pesticides and stuff. Where I live right now, I do a garden every year. I do grow a garden every year. And I do plant like corn, cucumbers, lima beans, watermelons, tomatoes, different types of peppers. I have all of that in my garden. But I don't plant it in the ground. Like I have grow bags I use. And now I'm going to get these big silver tubs. Last year I did everything in pots. Except for the corn. Except for the cucumbers. Except for the lima beans. Everything else was either in a grow bag or in a pot. My watermelons were grown in a grow bag. Okay? Big one. This time I want to do, it's these big silver tubs, okay, that I want to do. But now, I'm afraid to do that because of code enforcement. I'm afraid they're going to ride by and now they're going to say it's a new ordinance. You cannot put a garden in your yard. But my thing is, in my neighborhood, there are chickens and roosters running all around out here. Chickens and roosters running around freely, which they belong to these people that stay up in the cul-de-sac. But they run around freely. One of their roosters was in my yard, in my front yard recently. And so why code enforcement ain't saying nothing about that? So I said, okay, I know what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to still grow my garden this year. And I'm going to get these big silver tubs, like, they some real silver tubs that people are using now to grow their garden in. I'm going to put it in my backyard. And I dare them go in my backyard and say something to me about it, because now you're trespassing in my yard. You don't have my permission to be in my yard, especially in my backyard. You don't have my permission, so now you're trespassing. That's the way I feel about it, because you can't tell me I can't grow my own vegetables in my yard. I'm not digging up the ground. I'm not messing up the ground. I'm not tilling the ground. I'm growing it in stuff. So what's the problem? Oh, you can't have that in your yard because it's got to be either on gravel or pavement. Bull. Bull is what I say. Bull is what I say. For real. Bull. Because my thing is, when I had my garden last year, I shared it with my neighbors, okay? Because I had so much. And I shared it with my neighbors. And I didn't mind doing that. Because I have an elderly neighbor on this side of me, on the right side of me, and then I have a neighbor on my left side. I share with both of them and my neighbor across the street from me. So, my cat crazy. I don't just grow it. I grow it and I share, okay? I share the vegetables. And I don't use pesticides or chemicals on my vegetables. Everything that I do with my vegetables is all natural. Because I don't trust these chemicals and pesticides. I just don't. I don't. You put that in your body. So, I'm afraid now I'm going to still do my garden. Because for one thing, my garden gives us food, right? Well, we don't have to buy no vegetables from the grocery store. And mind you, me and my husband is fixing to start getting to where we don't eat a whole lot of meat. So we're going to be eating more fruits and vegetables. And I would rather grow my vegetables myself than going to the store. So I'm going to still do my garden, but I'm just going to put it in my backyard. My garden, to me, for one, is like therapy, okay? I go out there and I work in my yard, in my garden. That's my therapy. That's my relaxation time. That's my moment of like peace and serenity in that moment where I'm doing my garden. I have that time to just not think about anything, not worry about anything, not stress about anything, just focusing on my garden, okay? But the sad part about it is now that they are doing this stuff that they're doing, I'm afraid that if I do my garden, they're going to find a way to make me get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Because last year when I did my garden, it was in my front yard. It really was. It was in my front yard. I had my garden in my front yard. I had my watermelons over there. I had my corn and my cucumbers over here. I had my tomatoes. I had 2 different types of tomatoes and all my peppers lined up in my walkway. And they were just growing. They was just growing. I had jalapeno peppers. I had banana peppers. I had bell peppers. I had habanero peppers. I had all kind of peppers. And I'm like, my thing is, if I put my garden in my backyard, do they have the right to come in my backyard and look in my backyard? And I feel like they don't have the right to do so. So she's supposed to be bringing me a copy of the ordinance and the new ordinance that just went into effect. Tomorrow. She's supposed to bring me a copy tomorrow. And I want to read this from top to bottom, front to back, because I want to see if there's a way that I can go to a city hall meeting and I can dispute having to move my boat. I'm going to take pictures of where my boat is at, and I'm going to take a lot of pictures around the area where my boat is at so that I can take it with me when I do speak in my case to the city hall. Because it's not fair. We don't have an HOA over here in my neighborhood. So why are we being controlled by code enforcement as to what we can do in our yard or what we could park in our yard? We don't pay HOA fees, and we don't have an HOA in this neighborhood. So what's really going on? Like, my neighborhood is to get to my neighborhood, you got to go on a street that's off another street, that's off of a main street. Who comes over here? Don't nobody hardly come in this neighborhood, period. Because when you come in on the street that leads to where my house at, if you keep going straight up, you ain't going nothing but in a cul-de-sac, coming back down the way that you went in. If you come in this street and you make a right, and if you keep straight down that street, not even make the left on the street that I stay on, if you make a right and then keep straight down that street, you're going to go all the way down to a dead end. It's another cul-de-sac. On that street, you have 2 extra streets on that street, and both of those streets are cul-de-sacs. And then my street. If you turn right off the street to enter into this neighborhood, and when you turn right onto that street, and then you turn and make another right onto the street, off that street, and then you make a left onto my street. If you go straight up, you're going to come into a big cul-de-sac, go into a circle. Okay? So, who comes on this street to where they have to see all of that? Who comes on my street? Like, what city workers come on my street every day? They don't come out here every day. You have the trash people that come. You got recycling that comes Mondays and trash that come on Tuesday, okay? My thing is, my boat is not in their way. You might have like AT&T come out or Georgia Power, but they don't come on my street. They come in at the beginning of the street, off the main street, and they stop right there because the things that they have to work on is right there on that street. They don't even have to come up this way. No, unless you call them to your house and they come to fix something at your house in general. But my thing, why is it that y'all are bothering us over here? We don't bother anybody. My boat is most definitely not bothering anybody. But I have a problem with what they did. I really do. I have a serious problem with it. And so I'm going to voice my opinion at a city meeting. I'm going to find out when they have another one. And I'm going to voice my opinion, and I'm going to let them know. I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to be nasty. But I really just don't understand. I don't understand how they could just introduce a city ordinance and then don't tell nobody. And then code enforcement, they come around and next thing you know, they're giving you a citation for something you had no knowledge of, or a warning, and whatever. I'm so over this city right now. I really am. I'm so ready to go away from here and move to the country, get some land, and start building my life with my husband and my family on our land. My husband said it's going to be a compound. I don't care whatever you call it, just as long as we are all together as a family, we're working together as a family, and we are doing this together as a family. I really don't care what you call it. But I'm ready to get away from here with all these stipulations and stuff. And I feel like the only reason why they're doing this is because of all this crap they're building up. But people don't have money like that. But y'all study building up new subdivisions. Let me tell you, right up the street from where I stay at, they done built up a brand new subdivision with townhouses, right? And me and my husband went over there and we looked at them. And so, brand new subdivision with townhouses, $300,000 for these subdivisions, right? $300,000 for these subdivisions to get one of these subdivisions, and they got a big old sign out there that says $1,500 down, but it's a gimmick. It's something else to it, right? And so we went in there to see what they was talking about. And over there they have HOA. And if you have a boat, you cannot park your boat on the driving pad, like the little cement part that you drive up on to park your car. You either have to put it in your garage. You can't put it in your backyard over there either. You can't put it in the driveway over there. And my thing, so code enforcement said you can't put that in the yard unless it's on pavement or gravel. Over there in that subdivision right up the street, you cannot put your boat on the pavement, in the driving pad is what they call it. You cannot put it in the street alone right there in front of your house. You have to park it in your garage, or you're going to have to find a storage space away from there to park your boat. Especially if you got one of them big boats. And my husband has a 24-foot console boat. I just got a little Gypsy 15-foot boat. That's what he bought me. I love my boat though. Don't get me wrong. I love it because it's so cute and it's just for me. And I thought about painting my boat purple, which is my favorite color, and white. But I think I'm going to keep her yellow and black and with the little short bus on the back. Because at first I was going to do purple and white. And I was going to call her Lady M. But anyway, that's not neither here or there. And so I'm looking at their HOA. You have to pay HOA either $100 a month. You can pay $100 a month. You could go ahead and pay $1,200 at the beginning of the year and be done with the whole year. Or you can do every 6 months, right? And then I'm looking at where I'm staying at now. We don't have an HOA. We don't pay HOA fees. We don't have nobody that takes care of our yards and our gardens and our yards and our gutters and all the maintenance on the outside of the home. We don't have a HOA that handles that. We do all that ourselves. So why are we being dictated to as to what we can park in our yard and how we park it? We had 2 trucks in our yard parked over there where my boat is parked at. Do you know code enforcement made us move those trucks? And we wind up selling them to the junk people. We wind up selling them trucks to the people that go around buying junk cars. Mind you, the trucks was not junk. One of them had a flat tire. You better get out over here. One of them had a flat tire. But we could get that fixed. And then both of them didn't have no recent tag because we had to get the tags. We was going to do that once we got the tires and got them on the road, got the inspection stuff. We didn't even get a chance to do that. Didn't even get a chance to because they made us get rid of them. So I'm so over. We've been here now for 6 years in this house. For 6 years. Not to mention the shady, shicey stuff that went on with this house. That's another story. I will get into that another time. Today's story is about code enforcement messing with us today. So, but I will get into the story about the trifling, how can I say it? The trifling transaction of this house. I'm going to get into that another day. Because that's another story for another time. I don't want to make this video too long. But this is my very first video that I'm putting on my channel. As far as a long video. Because I do a lot of shorts on my channel. I do a lot of shorts. I've uploaded a lot of shorts. But now I want to start uploading my videos. And so this is the very first video. So look, do me a favor. If y'all want to continue to hear more about and travel in my life, if y'all want to be like hearing, getting the notifications, like my channel, like this video, and subscribe to my channel, okay? and then hit the notification button. So whenever I do drop a new video or even drop a new short, you'll get notified and then you won't miss it, okay? Because I don't want anybody to miss any of my videos. I don't want anybody to miss any of my shorts, you know. And then I may go live every now and then on here, and I want you to get that notification also so that you can join me. And if you want to ask me some questions or anything like that on my live, you can ask me some questions, you know. Also, feel free to comment, you know. But here's a disclaimer, okay? No negativity in my comments, please. Even though I know you're going to get trolls out there that's going to hate, and haters out there that's going to do that. If you do that, you will get blocked out of my channel. I'm not about negativity. I'm not about foolishness, if I could say that on here. But I'm all about being real, and I'm all about, you know, connecting with real, if that makes sense to what I'm saying to you. I'm all about real, and I'm all about connecting with real, okay? Like I say, this is Life with Lady M, so I'm going to take you on a journey with me in my life. I started my channel a few years ago, and I put a few things up on my channel, but I just wasn't ready to commit to it at that time. So I didn't continue, but now I have the time to commit to my channel and to grow my channel, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to upload a lot of videos. I'm going to do a lot of shorts, but I'm going to mainly focus now on uploading a lot of my videos because I've uploaded a lot of shorts, and some of my videos I just might make into shorts or whatever, you know, but I'm committed into growing my channel. I'm committed into building my channel and just taking y'all on a journey with me in my life, you know, in the life of Lady M and family, because you will see my family. I do have some videos on here, with some shorts on here with my fam, with my like sisters and my nieces and nephews. Y'all see my grandkids because I have some with my grandkids here. We are going to be showing the graduation for my grandson because my first grandson will be graduating this year. So I'm going to take y'all on that journey. I'm going to take y'all on a journey with us when we do our destination graduation celebration for him. This year is packed with a lot of things that we're going to be doing. Like we have the destination graduation for my grandson. We have a family reunion we're going to, which is in, what is that, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And when I tell y'all, the place that we got to stay there is so beautiful. Oh my God, the scenery. I'm going to make sure I bring y'all so y'all can see the scenery that I'm going to be enjoying for those few days. And then I have my 50th birthday luau, which is coming in August. So stay tuned for that. I will have y'all join me on that. And then we're going to do another cruise for my husband's birthday and our anniversary, because our anniversary is right after his birthday. So we're going to do a cruise too then. So I just want to make sure that everybody gets to enjoy coming along with me to this journey. So when you see this video, do me a favor and please, please, please subscribe to my channel. Like this video. You can share this video if you want to share this video. And hit the notification button so you can get notified whenever I drop a new video or a new short or whenever I go live, okay? Because I don't want you to miss anything. Y'all are not going to want to miss this, okay? So clock that and make sure that you click that subscribe button to my channel, Life with Lady M, because you're going to see a whole lot more. If you want, you can go on there and you can see the videos that I've already gotten on there. You can go and like those videos. You can comment on those videos. And then look, tell me what more do y'all want to see. Because like I say, I'm building my channel. And my channel is just based off of my life, you know. But whatever I'm doing in my life that we're doing as a family or by myself, I will share that with y'all, and I want y'all to see and join me. Even though you may not be able to join in person, but you're going to be joining via internet. And it's just like you're going to be there, okay? Okay. So, once again, I have enjoyed speaking with y'all, giving y'all my thoughts and opinions and stuff about what happened today with code enforcement and my boats. But I will be back to upload another video about the shady transaction of this house. So, until then, just stay happy, stay positive, enjoy life to the fullest and be happy to the fullest. Because nobody else can make you happy but you. So do whatever you got to do to make yourself happy. And most importantly, make plenty of memories. And just enjoy love, peace, happiness, and your family, okay? Because the way life is lifing, we need some goodness in life right about now. So, with that being said, I hope to see some more new subscribers to my channel. I would love to meet you all. I would love to get to know you all. So please, please, please remember, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and most importantly, hit that notification so you'll know when I come back with another one, okay? Okay? All right. So until then, peace, love, and happiness, you guys. See you on the next one. Bye!